Jeff, unfortunately, it's not going to be the entire time they're both in the front row since Kat Plummer started in the left front, but that's a big block against a huge, effective attacker.
And speaking of blocking, number 24 in red, Chiaki Abagu, tied for first with Kornieluk of Poland for the top spot with 15 stuffs. Right back by Stisiak.
I also want to watch on the USA side, what's their mentality? They really played kind of tight, a little bit angry and not productive the last time they were on the floor. France gave them a tough test. I want to see a bunch of real positivity on that side of the floor, and it has to come from the staff as well. Player-led, staff has to participate.
Skinner, excellent.
Yes.
Offensively and defensively, an excellent start.
Those are the two things. Skinner has proven that she can pass. She can hang in there with all of these teams. Passing this ball well allows Catherine Plummer to have this one-on-one opportunity. They're going to need more and more of those throughout the course of the match.
Here is Annie Drews, one of the leading scorers in the tournament, has been rock solid at the opposite. Offensive rebound, recycle the point, smart play. That ball also set too tight.
Yes.
And Haley Washington, number 15 in red, with the opening step for America from the middle.
You want some positivity? Haley's your girl.
Look no further. But that's when you know the U.S. is playing well. When they're laughing, they're smiling, they're really jumping up and down with one another. That's the difference of that vibe you're talking about, Kevin.
Both of these teams 2-1 in the preliminary round. This is a matchup of the 4 and 5 seeds. Stishak throwing down, Poulter with a nice stab. Stishak again, the United States putting some pressure, making handle the ball time and again. Listen to have it comes on the sideline in here.
Also good news for Team USA. Lauren Carlini, who injured her back and has missed the last 2 matches, is in uniform today for the United States. Carlini's back has seen steady improvement each day. The last 2 days, Carlini went through the entire team workout, received the approval necessary from the team physicians. So last night, the staff submitted the formal recovery paperwork and got the green light for her return. I watched her throughout warm-up. She looked solid, great timing with our hitters. And guys, keep your eye out for her. Karch said he needs the depth that Carlini adds and plans to use her in the double sub today with Jordan Thompson.
And I think that was the biggest question mark. When you're out for a few days, you can't really do anything as a setter. Is your rhythm okay? Are you connecting with the hitters? That's going to be important. But she also is a phenomenal defensive player, and I know they need that in the back row when they do the double sub.
Magdalena Jurczyk wearing number 95 with a stuff block there against Washington. United States on top 5-3. Plummer,
Yes.
heavy off the left side.
Kat Plummer's been constantly targeted throughout this tournament. I talked to her about that. She said, look, I've been targeted my whole career. I'm used to this. And people do it not only if I'm circling and passing, but just to take me out of my attack pattern. She said it works sometimes. And for her, she approaches it as a game within the game for her to better the ball. And said, I'm better when I go and attack the ball. When I dictate to the ball instead of letting the ball dictate to me.
Juan Orantes with a good early touch. And down the line once again by Washington.
Really good ball control on the side. USA and all the energy on the bench, but Washington mixing it up. She got blocked in the cross-court angle the last time on the slide. Changed her approach, hit that ball down the line, avoiding the block.
Lukashi, number 11 in the dark blue for Poland, going roll shot. And Justine Juan Orantes all over that. Out of system. Stishak misses over the top. And one of the best opposites in the world.
Yes.
One of the reasons why Poland is one of the most improved teams in the game is because of her play. She's struggling early. Timeout called by Poland. Stefano Lavarini, the head coach, now in his 3rd year, concerned about the execution of his team, trailing 8-3.
You're Poland. You're unsure of where to go. Your opposite's underneath the ball a little bit. The United States is beating you in a number of different ways. Putting some tough serve on you, a couple of blocks, some good transition offense. Nothing has gone your way. I think you have to grab one skill and build on that. Maybe it's surface pressure.
Service pressure will be important for them getting the USA off the net. But USA targeting Malchik right now. She's probably the weakest of the 3 passers in the pattern. And that's what's allowing them to get so many unassisted swings on the side of Poland.
The United States women have medaled in the last 4 Olympic Games, twice silver in Beijing and London, and then bronze in Rio and gold in Tokyo. Poland has never been to the semifinals. Never medaled, obviously. Good tough serve. 3 aces on the tournament so far. And nice play by Colton. Very, very good start for the United States.
Working that team again deep into the corner on Malchik. This is a tough ball for her. Lukashik wants to get out and hit, and that's forcing her to play that deep corner ball.
It's where you have to go overhand. It's not used enough in the women's game. It's just not a natural movement for them, and they need to train it.
Stishek rattles the ball through the block. Avery Skinner and Haley Washington.
That ball staying out in front of her, able to get maximum power and height. Look, she's leaning into it. She's going to hit that one high, but into the seam and through the hands. You can only do that if the ball's in front of you. When it's falling back is when you go long.
Lukashik back to serve. Stishek 3.5 kills per set, hitting just under 290. Drews. Oh, that ball was very close to the line. Tough chance for Skinner. And off the block and out of bounds by Magdalena Stishek at 6'8".
About earlier, how can Poland get things going? It's through her. If the ball's off the net, they're digging balls off the net a little bit. You know where the ball's going to go, and she has the ability to go up and over the top of the block.
Plummer, good first contact. With a thunderous kill.
On the court for Team USA, they've been setting in rhythm to that left-hand side. That connection's been a little hot and cold throughout pool play, so this is an excellent sign for the women in red.
Coulter's really doing a nice job getting her feet underneath that ball. Good rhythm so she can set that ball with pace like you talked about.
Here's Washington out of Denver, Colorado. Nice kill out of the middle, number 95. Yurchik once again. Avery Skinner, so far in the tournament, coming in was 30 of 82, hitting a .83 out of Katy, Texas in her first Olympics. How are you aggressive in such a subtle skill, Kevin?
You go into the ball. So when the ball's coming at you, you don't wait for it to move. You make a decision and you put your platform forward into the ball. Rather than backing up and trying to play it. USA issues another race and it's all going Karai and USA's way.
There are a couple people that can really put some pressure and go on runs. Haley Washington in the serve can do it. Jordan Coulter is another server that can really get them out of system.
The United States now doubling up. That ball by 6'7". Agnieszka Korniuk.
Korniuk was on Karch Karai's radar saying she is excellent in the middle. We need to try and slow her down when we can. The basic game plan for Team USA was the opposite's going to go off. If we can limit her slightly and make everyone else beat us, then we're in good shape. See Catherine stepping forward into that. I love the way she's approaching that ball.
To Skinner, second swing, high up into the block.
Cat out of the back row here.
Very, very quick off the floor.
I like that middle.
I do too. You have to beat the ball. She has to be fast, and she's one of the fastest because we talked about the size of her earlier. She's huge in the middle. You have to go up and quick to beat that monster block on the other side.
The United States off to a very good start in reception. That had been a big concern. Also the left side attacking, as you pointed out, Selena. Nice dig by Skinner once again. Look, getting over 530. Plummer 13 feet off the net and is blocked. Poland making a big move in this knockout round match. Karczkirai's team off to a very solid start, but now they've given up 3 points in a row, and it was a 7-point advantage, and now it is down to 4. And just like that, yep, Karczkirai going to slow things down.
Position discussions going on here between the players that are out talking to their counterpart that is in.
And especially Larson having some conversation with the passers. I think that's going to be important. This is where they need that experience from Jordan Larson from the bench, help them out with their seams. This is where you need to go. This is where they're targeting, and that is a very impactful piece of the puzzle.
The winner of this takes on Brazil in the semifinals in 2 days' time. The Brazilians have been very, very efficient in the #1 overall seed. Want to look back to serve. Ace serve. Plummer been solid early, but that ball off the edge and out of bounds.
It's a really nice serve. Working that left side of Captain Plummer instead of the seam. That ball just catches her, and it's hard to know, is that going outside? It's high on your body. She just got in the way of it.
Reminds me of Haley Washington's serve.
They're very much 5-5. Area 5. Service area to the left back. To the diagonal left back of your opponent. Right for the United States, getting corner look off the line. Plummer and the Americans leading 16-12. The double sub coming on, and Lauren Carlini missed a couple of matches with a back injury. Poulter giving way to Thompson. Not the double just yet.
There's no setter on the floor for USA right now.
What would be the reason for this not to go straight double sub?
Walking.
Maybe you want to get Drew's serve out there as well. She's been pretty good. Out of system here. Stishak off the right side. Juan Larante's nice delivery to Plummer, but blocked.
This is where we knew Poland was going to be good. They are physical at the net. They have the size to compete with anybody. It's just a question of, do they have enough good plays in a row to compete with everybody? I think that's coming. That's coming in terms of the overall, and we'll see in this match if they can grab it. Here's the other half. Oh.
Here is the other half. Drew's on there to serve, and then bringing in Lauren Carlini. The cop's telling us we're in one of those special heated vibrating braces on her back, staying warm. It's hard to stay in a rhythm and stay fit when you have a back injury.
It's really hard. Yes. It's very, very difficult, especially if it walks up every once in a while. It's not easy.
The United States led a 3-14-7. Karczkirai forced to call a timeout when Poland went on a 3-0 run. Now Catherine Plummer back at the line. The United States hitting .238 so far in the opening set. Poland in the double sub. Marche over the top. That ball missed out of bounds. We might have a... And we will from Stefano Lavarini now in his 3rd year as head coach for Poland. 2 challenges per set. Ball in and out cannot be challenged. You can challenge ball off the top of the block, or a net violation, or 3 series of footfall. Timeout called. USA on the board for now, leading 18-13.
Dude, what are you doing? I'm protecting my car. That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser measured floor liners up here, seat protector, and cargo liner back there. Nice. Out here, sun.
As the knockout round continues, as the defending Olympic champions from the United States look to make their 5th straight semifinal. Poland still looking for their first. And with a moment as the teams come back, let's go to Heather Cox on the sideline in Paris.
Paul, after being tested in all 3 matches so far, gritty, not pretty, has become the team's mantra. Jordan Poulter and Haley Washington used the exact phrase after their challenging win over France, and it stuck. And then Karch admitted, is it as pretty and smooth as we'd like it? No, but for us, it's all about grit, toughness, and fight. In a sense, I'm glad we've been tested this much. It's prepared us for today's quarterfinal matchup. He finished by emphasizing to win an Olympic medal, you can't expect smooth and easy. So instead, guys, they're counting on gritty, not pretty.
Got to get somebody out to the local screen printing shop for those.
Yeah, that's right.
This time.
We'll give you the Americans' road into this quarterfinal after this point. Good pass by Robinson. Chance again for Poland. Smarczyk off the right side. Dug by Carlini. And then on the overpass. Perfectly done by Katarzyna Walenska.
Smarczyk can get hot on the right side. She has the ability to score, move the ball around, get another team out of system. That's exactly what you see with Cornelio.
Never even got off the ground, just wristing that one down, hitting it hard.
The United States lost to China 15-13 in the 5th in the opening match, then beat Serbia 17-15.
Yes!
Pretty, not pretty, as Heather said, against France. It really wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't, but what we're seeing now is how well they can play. They found this rhythm, and that's believing. That's really understanding with one another that we can do this as a team, as a unit. I think that's what the United States players are really focused on right now.
Double sub gonna get unwound. Poulter coming back. Only in retrospect is a story ever clean. Super Bowl, World Series, any kind of title run. It's always in retrospect told with the forethought of what happens. Everyone knows what happened. Everyone can just reflect on it. It is not clean. You look at the Kansas City Chiefs, QB1, the QB series, that taught you, hey, this is not easy stuff. The journey for the American women to win 3 years ago, it did not start out well. They played their best volleyball when it counted from this round to the final match. Before that, there were some questions, maybe the same this time.
Good one-handed set that time, very nicely done by number 2.
Yes.
You just have to dig in and keep fighting.
Kelsey Cook in there passing perfectly. Skinner now must be hitting, yep, she's hitting about 570 right now.
Yeah, 4 of 7 and working against a 6'8" challenger.
Yeah,
very close, just out of bounds by
No,
Avery Skinner.
what I like about Skinner's attacks too, she hasn't run to that hard angle yet. That's kind of her comfort zone, is hard angle to high deep seam. She's hit a lot of balls down the line. She's going to work the block out there, then look for a thumper.
Can no longer challenge in and out. It's all generated electronically. Robinson Cook has stayed on. Good cover by Walnarantes. Real struggle offensively for Cook. Another tough chance against a big block. And off the edge and out of bounds. Kelsey Robinson Cook hanging in.
Yes.
Couple of tight sets, you cycle into the block, and the coverage is where it's great. And that's what they know. Look how much fun they're having. They know it's not going to be easy. They have to stay with it. Justine Walnarantes is everywhere right now, taking care of her hitters.
Walnarantes, the best libero at the Tokyo Olympics when the United States won their first ever Olympic gold medal. Abagu. Robinson Cook, another chance and a rejection by Cornelio. Who's as good a celebration, albeit different, than Haley Washington.
And this is a tough matchup. This really is. It's a big walk on the right side for Kelsey Cook right now.
Would you come back with Plummer?
I might think about it. You know, Kelsey's passing very, very well, but I do like the back row, but you can't just keep doing it. You're going to run out of subs, especially if
Another one bites the dust.
That's the challenge.
Malchik goes to the sidelines. Maria Stenzel coming on to pass for Poland.
Yeah, I think they have one more sub left here, and they should use it.
Drews. Another block.
Now you're going to cheat. If you're Poland and you got Robinson on that first one, you're going to cheat to Drews and put up a good stuff block there. Nice outside position by Wakashik.
Not a perfect pass, perhaps you have Washington running that front slide. That's been very successful for them.
Poland, the second best blocking team in the tournament so far, and they're showing it. A chance to get within one after they trailed by 7. Drews, clutch swing off the right. If you're the United States, you've got to take this opening set after you've led 14-7. Catherine Plummer's coming back on. Robinson Cook. 2 points away from taking the opener in this best 3 out of 5. Drews trying to cut it off into the angle and missed that.
Trying to move it around a little bit, avoid the big block on the right side of Stishak. And use one of your best attackers, but that's unfortunate. That just fell short for Drews.
That was a clean chance. Really good block deflection. Good touch in the backcourt by Skinner. Now it's 6 points for the United States.
Catherine told me about Poland. She said they have some heavy arms, and so do we.
And so do I. Coach Kurai telling us that Catherine Plummer, considered by many the actual hardest hitter in the world, and actually a lot of defenders are afraid of her when she's attacking the ball. Tough serve. Wow, what a set that time. Beautifully done by Valor.
Really nice overload. Got both blockers, Poulter as well, jumping in the middle of the court.
Set point number 2.
If they're going to target Catherine Plummer, I'd push her out. I would show 3, go 2 in service reception.
Martina. Tukashik into serve.
Yes!
What a good start by number 3 in red and for the United States. Big early lead. They fended off Poland at the end, and they take the opener. 25-22.
With a 1-2 punch. It's kickoff Thursday, Ravens, Chiefs. And on Friday, from Brazil, it's Packers, Eagles. Only on Peacock. 2 nights, back to back. NBC and Peacock.
You may not have time, but we have time for you. Zero mess with zero rest. Call us today to schedule your appointment. Stains may wait, but you don't have to.
Hey, man, my guy. This guy.
Remembering that one guy's name is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy.
My man.
Morgan & Morgan. The choice is easy.
Living in a small Georgia town is special and has many unique benefits. It's a place where everybody knows your name and treats you like family. A place where a handshake and our word is all you need. All these benefits of living in a small town are what you get when you hire Ramey Law Firm. Give us a call and enjoy all the advantages of a small town lawyer while getting big city results. Ramey Law Firm. Trusted, experienced, and right here in our community.
Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken expert since 1990. Taco expert since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Experience smarter and safer spending at Georgia Heritage Federal Credit Union. We offer premium checking accounts that bring savings on everyday purchases and allows you to spend more safely and manage your finances on your schedule right from your car with Tim. Teller Interactive Mode, where you can interact with a live teller at our branches and the Georgetown Tim. Visit us today to open an account and start saving. Georgia Heritage Federal Credit Union. Smarter, safer, and more secure.
Zerorez. Spell it forward, and let the air that you breathe be clean again with duct cleaning. Spell it backwards, and last night's party could look like it never happened. Zero mess with Zerorez Hilton Head. Call us today to schedule your appointment.
We are tracking Tropical Storm Debbie this morning, now weakening to 40 miles per hour sustained wind speeds, but still moving very slow to the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour, currently dumping a lot of rain up towards Charleston and South Carolina. We did see a lot of rain here yesterday and last night. Because of that, flood warnings are still in effect, especially for our counties north of I-16, and we are tracking some scattered showers now towards the western portion of the viewing area as Debbie begins to wrap around and move off the coast. We did receive a lot of flooding reports across the region, especially in Chatham and Effingham County up towards Hilton Head, and a tornado damage report in Beaufort. So our weather alert days continue for today and tomorrow. We're still tracking that soaking rain possible along with those tropical storm force winds and storm surge, and we are continuing to track the possibility of some problems into today and tomorrow.
We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.
I also love the 222 right now. I'm okay with it. She took a couple of aggressive swings into the block. I'm okay with the errors. I think she's had a nice start to this match.
And give Poland credit. Their block is second best in the tournament. They're long, physical, and well coached. It's not going to be easy to score in that hitting position on either side.
And you have to go after it. You can't be timid with it. You have to go after it and challenge the block. The question is, how do you challenge it? If you hit the ball high, line, and somebody catches you with a big left hand, okay, fine. You made a good move.
You hit that ball low seam, that's no good.
That's on you.
Stishak. Anytime you can get Stishak to go off speed, Catherine Plummer. Dug by Stravonska and then off the edge and out of bounds. Smart hitting by Annie Drews.
I like that was sweater, but having Colton take that first ball, that's an error. Juan Morantes can give her a perfect pass, split the block, create some space for the attackers. That's the change.
Let the middle linebacker, the person that runs the defense, Justine Wongarantes, make the play.
Plummer again. Stravonska, one of the best liberos in the world, can't control that.
I said there's a lot of offense right down the middle. USA starting with that. When you run in the middle, there's both the quick as well as that big attack.
And it's nice having her in there now when she can do that. When they need the passing, they can get Kelsey Cook in, steady things out, and get Plummer right back in there to bang the big.
Key little bit of footwork from Justine Wongarantes there. She showed her hands. She pulled her left foot in outside the 10-foot line as they have to, as that ace is served up to go with it. Another dream start to the Team USA. But if you as a libero sit the ball with your hands and any part of your body has touched inside of that 10-foot line prior to you making contact, that ball cannot be attacked above the level of the net. Justine tucked her left foot in and made a perfect set.
Service winner for the United States and off to a 4-0 start. Here up already 1-0. quick start for the United States, up 1-0, 25-22. They won the opener, held off Poland at the end after getting out to a very, very quick start. And speaking of quick, once again now on top 6-2 after the side out score by Kornula. The youngster Chenyerska is coming on. She played very well so far. Only 20 years of age, wearing number 15 on the floor now for Poland.
How do you get ready to face the best players in the world? Well, you rent an army. Talmia Shearer, libero, former libero and coach for the United States, organized this group of young men to come in and replicate the scout team. Be Tiana Boscovich, be Melissa Vargas. Give Team USA a look at big, powerful, high-swinging arms when you can't get that in your gym all the time, because the gap between the rest of the world and those women, the elite attackers, is so big. Those guys, we talk about the medal on the program. Whatever happens here, those guys are included.
A very valuable component of training this team to go against the likes of Kornula and Stishak at 6'7", 6'8", respectively, and good. But we're not talking about just long.
What a nice shot by Catherine Plummer with that big block. We keep talking about they have to hit the shots that are high around the block, really finding ways to score without hitting straight into the block.
Kornula 20 of 32 coming into this quarterfinal, hitting over 530.
One number to look at for Team USA, even though things are going well, is the efficiency for Annie Drew. She's down at 7%, 4 of 14 with 3 errors. You have an option. You have the option to go to Jordan Thompson. That is possible. Pretty slow with the hook here, because Annie Drew has proven in this tournament already she can go on a streak of, say, 6 in a row, and all of a sudden you're at 10 of 20.
And we've talked about this team needs everybody. We've said that over and over again, that they need everyone. Right now, it's the left sides that are really getting it done and taking some of that pressure off of Annie Drew. There's been a lot on her plate. She's had to carry them time and time again, and it's nice that if she's not playing to her potential right now, that you have other people that can score.
Good touch by Washington. And here is Drews. That is a big rip. And into the referee stand. That was a really, really good swing. Drews, 56 kills, hitting over 300.
There it is. I mean, you know that Annie Drews is going to turn it on at some point. It's just a matter of time. But give credit to Poland when she's been at the net. They've done a nice job lining up on her, slowing her down a little bit. But she's not going to stop. She's going to keep swinging for the fences.
The United States led 14-7 in the opening set. Closed it out after some good pressure from Poland. Similar scenario here.
So Poland has to also start with the pass. Everything is dictated by the pass. That will allow them to get into the middle as they did there and open up their pins just a little bit. I think we had a good start on the outside from Łukaszek, and you'd like to get back to having her with some open nets, some 1.5 blocks.
That ball drifts out of bounds. So you've got Kornula. Your kick, a little different look. Quicker off the floor, a lot like Chapter Bosby for Poland.
Producer Key Michael there with Heather Cox checking in, saying that the U.S. bench looking loose, doing dances, the coordinated cheers, so much a part of women's volleyball at every level.
Good swing, better dig by Wong-Arantes. And high and off the block, a couple of quality swings by Drews.
Back to back, 2 also that hitting percentage, almost to 200.
I like the serve and the sweep in the seam. Really pushing the outside hitter inside the court and causing some confusion between the two passers.
Where is the swing? Yeah, I want to serve the swing.
Right there, right where she put it.
Tight pass, and that ball hammered out of the middle. Perfect reception.
So anytime they're getting near the net, Poland's going quick.
USA might want to commit on the perfect pass. They've been setting everybody, other attackers, but lately that's what they want to do, and a little bit of help from the right side might be a good idea as well.
Your check again, very quick off the floor. Tight pass by Plummer. Kept alive by Poulter. Skinner, smart swing. USA ahead in the point for the moment.
It's a bump setting clinic.
Skinner again. Polish block. Volleyball, the setter, got a piece of that right on the sideline.
Rewind that, clip it off for your juniors, and how you bump set. There were 3 of them in there where they were getting scooped.
Several, and those are the things that USA wanted to continue to improve upon. The second ball contact, getting that ball high into the net so they can work around the block. That's important for the USA.
Second ball off-setter contact.
Off-setter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gooseneck I saw out there? Little gooseneck cross court.
Washington, Haley Washington out of Penn State University, Denver, Colorado. The best middle blocker at the Tokyo Olympic Games.
Does that count as a food reference?
It does.
My grandma used to eat the gizzard, which I thought was disgusting.
That's really
But
gross.
would a gooseneck go with the shrimp and the chicken
Maybe.
wing?
It might. I don't know.
People can debate. People can vote.
Yeah. This one started to get away here, more than almost doubled up once again by Drews in the United States.
If you're polling, you're calling timeout. Haley Washington puts too much pressure on you, you lose another point.
Plummer and Skinner are playing very well indeed for one another. Both outsides playing center field.
Now that pitcher running that ball down, getting there fast, hands on the ball, setting a perfect ball to Skinner.
The hive mind is alive. You said everything I had in my brain.
I'll add a little more. Timeout. The United States leading.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals in women's volleyball, the United States in control of one set to none, 25-22, and up 16-9 here in the second. Serena Rockwell, Kevin Barnett, Heather Cox on the sideline, and Paris on Paul Sunderland. Gordon Poulter again wearing that heavy knee brace. A significant, almost, nice block. Volleyball, that looked like a free point, but the knee injury coming in December of 2022 to Poulter. Plummer again defensive with the 2 outsides, just really
They're reading well. The block touch is there, but they're seeing the arm of the attacker or the scout. They know where the ball's going. Doing a very nice job of controlling the ball. And of course, Justine Ron-Orantes. We just expect that from her. She's doing well.
So consistent.
So consistent.
Really good set by Poulter, getting it out to the pin. All options for Skinner in transition. Stishak, Ron-Orantes again. Smart by Drews. Right into the pin
not finding a way to hit the floor, get the ball to hit the floor, and the United States is consistently attacking the ball around the block.
My eyes don't work as well anymore. Is that Sarah Hughes out there? Is that Sarah Hughes?
Look at that. All the shots.
United States doubling up right now and then some in terms of hitting efficiency. The Americans just under 300 and Poland now after that miss at 127.
And they're forcing them to make some unforced errors, hit the ball out of bounds. The block is doing a very nice job, but it's the serve and the block that's connected. Serving tough, the block knows where to go, and that's what's giving Poland so much trouble right now.
Czerniacka goes back to the sideline. Wongarante's good controlled contact. But by Łukaszek.
Yeah.
There's the angle.
How many quality out-of-system sets Catherine Plummer, Avery Skinner, anyone the non-setter have made? That has been huge for the United States.
3 sanitation engineers. All at work today.
Taking out the trash. And remember, early in the tournament, Coach Kurai sent us a message. One of the things that he really wanted his team to improve on was out-of-system setting when it wasn't Poulter, and certainly getting that so far today against Poland.
Well, I like the USA has slowed down from 3 years ago to today. They need to, with the power that they have, especially with the 2 younger players on the pins, they can absolutely crank.
Dug by Poulter, putting a lot of pressure on Poland, struggling offensively. A chance to convert. Back row combination, good cover. And that ball missed out of bounds. Jordan Poulter, number 2, the setter for the United States, would like to have that one back, particularly in that long, hard-fought rally.
So many good plays and quality swings. But this defensive effort by Jordan Poulter, and he's not bothering her. She's good.
That ball might have gone out had it not caught Annie Drews in the chin.
There's Volleyball down the line. Good pass. Chiapka.
How comfortable is Skinner there passing that ball. Looks so good, like no issues at all.
A Bagu at the offensive end, a block you at the defensive end. That's
Kind of a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Leading the tournament.
But like both good. Yeah.
21-10. This is a beatdown. Very impressive by the United States.
This is what they're capable of. This is what we've been waiting for, and good of it to arrive in the quarterfinal. Now, I don't know if the women's tournament is like the men's tournament. I don't know if you go up 2-0, if that is a bad omen.
I don't think so. No matter what, you want to go up 2-0. No matter what.
China and Turkey went 5 sets earlier this morning. Turkey coming out on top, getting to their first ever semifinal.
That's a ball that Drews can rattle through the block. It's a nice run.
That's a lot of rattles right there.
A lot of rattling.
Several contacts.
And a volleyball takes some funny bounces sometimes. You can hit the ball 120K inside the block and it just gets popped up, and otherwise you miss one. Jordan Larson coming on now in her 4th Olympics. The governor, match point to win the gold in Tokyo on August 8th, 2021. Off the top, that looked like it hit the floor, going to be a free ball. Poland gets the ball on Poulter. Larson, an exceptional setter in transition. That went way too tight to Plummer, and she's stuffed.
Yeah, you might just make it simple. You're standing there, you're facing that side. Just throw it up high. Once again to the left-handed opposite. It's a very easy play for that player to make because she's left-handed. She's open to that side of the court. Simple and easy for her to locate.
Yeah, not a good set that time by Jordan Larson, and she knows it. Certainly. Too tight, too wide.
Yeah, and she's thinking they're gonna continue to cheat to the side of Drews because she's facing that way. Normally, that's a perfect set from her.
Haley Washington.
Yeah. Everybody in Colorado Springs going nuts in our own town. Of course, home of USA Volleyball for a very long time before they moved to Anaheim back in 2006.
Poulter will go to the sideline, replaced by Jordan Thompson. So, to the best that I can see, no setter. Yeah, single sub, no setter on the floor. Americans 2 points away from a commanding lead. Is there such a thing in this tournament? It's going to be a net violation. Yeah, it's going to be Catherine Plummer,
who just kept facing the other way.
Keep running.
You knew.
Just keep
you
running.
Knew who it was.
Ready to
right?
pass.
Haley Washington was unsure.
Now the other half of the double sub as Lauren Carlini is back in the lineup. And good work by Micah Hancock coming in as the alternate. She contributed in the double sub, and really good by the IOC and the FIVB to institute the alternate player.
And there will be 13 medals awarded should the United States medal in this tournament now.
Yes! Avery Skinner with another kill.
Love that quick attack, especially when the ball's off the net. She doesn't have to set it long to either pin. You've got Skinner coming up fast out of the back row on the in-system play.
And unlike in the opening set when Poland got back to within 2018, 22-20, this has all been Plummer, Skinner, and the United States in the second. Set point. Washington was right there for the block deflection. And Skinner shoots the ball out of bounds. I'm not quite sure how to describe that.
She's not either. It's okay.
Good thing the lead was 11 and now is 10, and Justine said, don't do that again, please.
Next time my comment doesn't make sense, give me a hug, okay? I'll feel better.
Koshik back to serve. Set point number 2. Good pass by Plummer. Avery Skinner unloading, and the United States leads this quarterfinal matchup with Poland. 2-0.
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days. Everywhere you go, there's a tip screen.
Great set, bro. Now take a look at the screen real quick.
And do you, Michael, want to answer one more question?
At a time when tipping can feel thankless, Domino's wants to say,
Thanks for the tip.
by tipping you back. Tip your Domino's driver $3 or more online and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order. Only at Domino's.
Hyundai makes their own high-strength steel. So, this roof can withstand 4 times the weight of a car. Or 2 elephants.
Thankfully, we only have one elephant.
Indeed, quality is not a luxury.
If you're looking for the one, find it on Realtor.com. Find the one with a short commute to work. Find the one in a great school district. Find the one in a hot neighborhood before it's a hot neighborhood. And find it exclusively in professionally sourced listings. Don't miss out on the perfect home.
Don't all of us do that?
Not really. Download the Realtor.com app today.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, count me in. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
The U.S. Bank Cash Plus Visa Signature Card gets cash back on everything I buy for a big trip. Everything? Everything.
The U.S. Bank Cash Plus Visa Signature Card gets you up to 5% cash back on your purchases.
Back inside South Paris Arena, where the United States, up 2-0, has gotten inspiration throughout this journey from many places. Back during the pandemic, U.S. players held Zoom calls with prominent women in sport, including soccer gold medalist Julie Foudy, WNBA legend Sue Bird, and tennis icon Billie Jean King. Since then, Billie Jean King has been a mentor for this team. Before their last match, King sent them an inspiring video, and the team returned the favor and sent a video back. King was here in the building during their last match, came down on the court during warm-ups with this message. This team is packed with incredibly talented women athletes. Go out there and let it rip. Paul, back to you.
Billie Jean King, one of the greats of all time, both on and off the court, advocating for women in sports. Tremendous human being. I had a chance to meet her years ago, and it was really an honor.
What an awesome opportunity for them. I saw Haley Washington was so fired up. She posted something on social media, and she was tearing up. It's a really big deal to meet someone of that caliber, that stature, and to have them be your inspiration for the Olympic Games.
United States on top, 2-0. The winner of this quarterfinal gets the #1 seed in Brazil. winner over the Dominican Republic, 3-0. It was Turkey over China, 3-2. Melissa Vargas, 38 of 71, 42 total points.
That is quite a carry. Haley Washington, you know how much she loved meeting Billie Jean King, being the woman that she is, and so into reading The Bookworm and Real Issues, the books that she reads. That woman's going to be head of state at some point.
Without question.
To find her in a cabinet position shortly after her volleyball career.
A change at the opposite position. Magdalena Stishek, who's been an offensive star for Stefano Lavarini for the last year and a half, if not more, has put Malvina Smarzik, who was the starter at the opposite on. So she's wearing number 17. Very capable backup.
Yeah, Stishek is having trouble scoring right now. She's hitting about 9%. And Smarzek's been okay. 2 for 4, not a lot of attempts, but she's been good.
Nice try, nice try,
It's really interesting. Poland right now, if you look at the stat line, you might get a little confused on what's going on. So they are 19 of 66 right now, swings. They are not getting any production. That is the block slowing it down on the U.S. side and the dig to transition game, because the U.S. is 33 of 75.
Wow, the timing just not there. It looked like Skinner just stumbled on her approach.
Sometimes you stick a sneaker into the turf and you get stuck. That does happen. Weirdo play there. The result, Poland off to its best start in a single set. And Lima, you and I have been looking at a lot of the numbers here. I've been marveling at how many different ways the U.S. has been hurting Poland. They have thoroughly dominated this match thus far in every phase. Looking a lot like the USA men last night. Saved 10 minutes of Brazil scoring 8 of 10.
Plummer with the dig after a magnificent cover by Wong Arantes, and that ball missed out of bounds. And for the first time in the third set, Poland on top early.
Earlier by Skinner. Needs to just steady out. Not really anything crazy, major changes. She's been playing very well. Just regroup, take a breath. The U.S. really needs to settle down here with a good pass.
One more for Poland, timeout.
Yeah, it would, if things had gone worse in the first 2 sets or were closer, you'd see it now. But because the U.S. has played at such a high level, Karch Karai is going to let Jordan Poulter and the crew ride it out. Or not.
And timeout called by USA
as much time as possible and then call a timeout.
We're talking about the stats right in front of you. 33 of 75 and 19 of 66. That means when you look at the hitting percentage, they're not making that many more errors. It's 10 and 11 for each team. It's how the U.S. is digging the ball. Slowing the ball down, transitioning to attack. That's the difference. Poland with the block advantage, but that's not what's telling the story.
I like this for the U.S. 293 in hitting percentage, 9 blocks for Poland. That tells me that the Americans are challenging the block. They're not hitting a lot of balls out of bounds.
They are not at all. But look at the digs. 35 digs compared to Poland's 20. And that's a product of the block. Again, it's not on the stat sheet because they're not stuffed. But the block is slowing down the attack of the Polish team.
Justine Wong Arantes feels seen now. Good job. She's running that defense back there. Kat Plummer's been contributing. Avery Skinner's been contributing.
Poland to go out to the 5-0 lead, not yet. Dug by Poulter. Skinner, a pretty good look, and a better look by the Polish block. Kornieluk with a stop.
So that's a good adjustment because Skinner loves that hard cross court on a high ball out of system. She's a little bit outside the ball. She didn't close to it. No way to go on.
That's what happened the first time she got blocked. Feet not quite to the ball, broad jumping just a little bit, and they can catch her.
Must-win situation for Poland, and they're playing like it. Here comes Larson. The governor in to replace Skinner. What do you think about this substitution?
I think she can take a breather right now, regroup, and Jordan Larson's going to pass the ball well. She's going to be smart, be able to block some balls. So it's a nice substitution.
Good pass by Plummer. Drew's coming around the horn. Chinyerska looking for some hands. The youngster number 15 missed it out of bounds.
Yes.
Close as you can make it without getting the play.
Karch Karai signaling serve location. To Larson now in her 4th Olympic Games. It seemed like Tokyo was going to be her last, but she came out of retirement. A rare missed dig opportunity that time by Wong Arantes.
Perfect pass by Poland. Causing some issues for the U.S. block. See, everyone's jumping, trying to pick up their hitters. Gotta serve tough. Get Poland off the net.
Lukashik with the kill. She was the best outside hitter Volleyball Nations League a season ago. Tough serve. A lot of heat there. Drews again. All Poland to start this third set. And they're adding to that Lukashik again.
I've been wondering how the United States was going to handle the jump serve. They had a very tough time against France handling the jumper coming at them. And if Poland can stay on it, stay on the gas from the service line with some consistency, I think they're going to generate some good opportunities on their side.
That ball was on the sideline. It was a touch in any case by Drews. 7-1 is the lead. Perfect pass by Juan Morantes. Look out below.
Yeah.
Catherine Plummer with a kill.
That would have been bad. That would have been very bad.
That could have been some France on Germany crime that we saw yesterday. Right in the nose. This game is not for the faint of heart. If you don't like standing in against somebody hitting the ball 70 miles an hour, you might want to find something else to do. Maybe some snooker or something.
Bago. Just when the Americans need some momentum, make it 7-4.
At the beginning of the tournament, Arabi serving okay. She's gotten better and better throughout the course of the tournament. Serving a few of these that we've seen, phrases.
Correct, that's 7-3. Getting a little bit ahead. Here's Bago again.
Oh, come on.
The United States won the opening set 25-22. It was 22-20 after the Americans led big, and then in the second set, it was all the United States, 25-14. Poland, excellent response, led it 5-0. Now it's 8-3. Drews.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the guy.
His winning percentage continues to climb to 40 after a little bit of a slow start.
She always has a smile on her face. Always. She turns around, she celebrates, she's smiling, she's into it. I love her energy.
Her
what
husband,
she does for her team.
Her husband Tanner, part of Not the Wags.
Sars it down the line, dug by Juan Morantes. Jordan Larson on the floor now, as is the Polish block. Catherine Plummer is roofed by the Poles.
So when these ladies go on the road, there are the haves and boyfriends. They all hang out, they go golf together. She said that it's been really good for everybody to have that environment.
11 blocks now by Poland. That is a big number. Lukashik in transition, Drews down and out of the play. Got to go to Plummer, and she's blocked. Good cover by Poulter. Went right off her back. Poland is playing like Poland right now. That is a really good swing by number 11, Lukashik in transition.
This is a team that can be so semi-dangerous. They can kind of hurt themselves, and you get down, and you get on them a little bit, but they don't wilt. They come back. They keep working. They can be physical at the net. When you have that, you can blow up quickly on people. All you have to do is add a little smidge of defense.
2 timeouts per team. Kirchkirai has already taken 1, and now he's taken a second, and this at 10-4. We'll step aside.
Another timeout called by USA as Poland.
This is
look at Amy Drews as she continues to play exceptionally well as this match has worn on. She had a number of kills in a row to raise that percentage.
She's getting better and better. She was a little bit cool at the beginning of the match, and they're going to start streaking her. They need her to get hot. She's been a key part of the USA offense to this point.
Kashik back to serve, working on Plummer. 11-6 is the advantage for Poland. Good swing by Larson, and she's really been struggling offensively. Poor transition set by Poland. Chance for the United States. Stogowska, the libero for Poland, right on Jordan Larson. Thompson again down the line, turned it down the line.
In the right spot, they see what's going on with the offense. They're doing a really nice job of slowing the USA offense down. That was a phenomenal shot.
right on the sideline.
That's an inside-out play where you have to bring your body to the inside of the court and you turn the ball back to the line.
Haley Washington hitting .424 on a Colorado Springs 9 block coming in. 4 aces. She now has 5 to be among the tournament's leaders in that phase. 11-7, United States trailing. What a block by Larson. One-on-one, working against Poland.
This is one of the best left side blockers that you're going to see. Vision, her move, her control of her hands. Jordan Larson knows how to block.
Zalierska, who has come on. No small task either. Very good play by Jordan Larson. Sporting that absolutely stunning diamond necklace of the Olympic rings. A timeout called by Poland. The United States
and
was doubled
timeout
up.
called by
They made a little
Poland
bit of move. They
called.
trail by 3 here in the third.
Delta presents The Unexpected Path. Kites have been around for more than 1,000 years, and who first put them to powering a surfboard in the 1970s is open to debate. But by 1990, kite surfing was a full-fledged competitive sport, one that regularly hits up to 50 miles per hour.
That just looks fun.
Now, it's part of the Olympic movement. The Unexpected Path is presented by Delta, official airline of Team USA.
Paris South Arena side of the indoor volleyball championships between the United States and Poland on both the men's and the women's side. Quarterfinals with Salima Rockwell and Paul Sonny and Clem Barnett as well. Heather Cox in Paris, and a beautiful swing once again. A swing and a win last time, but a wonderful swing. Jordan Larson showing some offense today.
I like it. She has pop on the ball. She can score and hit the ball. We haven't seen it a ton. It's been a limited amount of play throughout the Olympic Games. So watching her get into it, see the block like we know she can do, that's what you're seeing right now from Jordan Larson.
Jordan Larson's not only one of the best for the United States all time, she's one of the best in the game all time. You're not going to keep her down, and a consummate pro. She was going to come in and contribute when given an opportunity. Going to look back on at 6'8", 6'7", excuse me. Wouldn't want to exaggerate the inch. 13 to 10. The Americans right back in this.
So they kind of ground their way back too. I like this for the American side, being challenged and responding in a variety of different ways.
Yeah. You don't want to go through the quarterfinal or any playoff run, I think. 13-11. Remember, it was 7-1. Cruz has really found her rhythm, as has Jordan Larson. Let's go to Heather Cox on the sideline in Paris.
Guys, keep an eye on Poland's outside hitter Martina Czerniawska. She just came down on a teammate's ankle when she was blocking. She tested that ankle, kind of twisted it around a little bit, went to the sideline, talked to her coaches, remains in at this point.
Another swing by Cruz, and the lead now is only one.
Cruz warming up. She's hitting almost 300, 11 kills at this point. Seeing the block a lot better, really able to move the ball around the block of Poland.
It's an easy poster. 15 stuffs coming in already with a couple. This is against a real weapon out of the middle, one of the hottest hitters in the tournament. Corner look at 5:31 coming in. Tied at 13.
All I want for Christmas is someone to tell someone in Paris and make a sign and bring it in. That's all I want.
They'll block you?
It's a small ask, but they'll block you. Or they'll nice. Maybe a giant head or cheap.
She's had a magnificent tournament so far, but a long way to go. Smarts it. Ripping the ball down the line. Poland back on top by one.
This tight set, you want to go up and grab. Here's the defensive effort on the side of the U.S. Scrapping, playing for everything right now. That ball is tight to the net. So Cat Plummer got cut inside, maybe helping out with the middle attack a little bit late.
Here's Czerniawska, and this is that ball out of bounds. Poland had that big lead. How does Poland feel right now? What are they thinking? Not only on the court, but on the coaching staff on the sideline.
Well, it's going to feel very stressed. You know, you don't on the sideline, you're not stressed because you know the USA can get right back in it. But this is getting away. This is getting close. It is set 3. And this is to move on to the semifinals. They have to be able to score. They have to be able to get.
Washington with Plummer on the strip. The winner against Brazil, the #1 overall seed.
I love that. Picking up Kesha. We see you, Dan.
That's how Plummer started the match, with the big stuff on the outside. The question about the outside hitters have been answered, not only with the starters, but also with depth. A nice tap down by number 11, Rakashi.
USA wanted a little bit of a lift or a throw there, but not called.
And another serve out of bounds.
You hear the communication there. You have to have that from your fellow passers as you're fighting to get in position for the ball. You have to know in, out, how much pace does it have. They have a completely different angle and view of that ball as it comes towards you, the passer, who have it coming right at you.
And that's what's nice about having Jordan Larson on the floor, passing next to the younger passers. She can make those calls. She can make those moves for the team.
Hundreds of thousands of reps.
That ball and off the attack to Rakashi. Yeah, got her on the left hand. Ball landed out of bounds, but clearly a touch on number 11 in blue. So now the United States, with a 2-point advantage, they trail 7-1.
They've had to work at it.
The journey for this American team has been so different than the one going into Tokyo. Up by Wonger-Montes, Drews again. And that's going to be a net violation. Going into Tokyo, everything was very slow, very cohesive. This summer, Coach Gerard telling us that not once during the qualification week they had the same lineup available for 13 matches, not once. And then they even had some injury concerns coming over to Paris. Huge comeback by the United States, leading in the third by 3.
Yes. Oh, come on.
The United States trailed early in this third set.
Come on,
Must win for Poland
USA.
7-1. The Americans came back and stunningly took a 17-15 lead. But Poland is not going to go away, tied at 18.
Right now in this rotation, we have Catherine Plummer on the outside, Haley Washington running the slide. If they're off the net at all, they're just setting that ball high to Plummer. That's been the trouble right here in this rotation for a couple of plays.
Another missed serve at early crunch time. We saw that in the men's tournament from Japan and particularly in Germany. What a day it was yesterday. Men's semifinals coming up tomorrow. United States will play Poland. France and Italy in the top half of the bracket. Here's Plummer. Tough serve. Ace serve.
Yes.
Beautiful serve right to the corner. They've been really working that area of the court. And Chernowska really doesn't move at all. She's really leaving her bro out to drive there. And that's a tough serve.
Yeah, what was moving was the ball of Catherine Plummer. A lot of movement on that. 20-18. Ace serve.
Yes.
Yeah, another good flat with motion float serve. And now remember, you don't have to hit better. Just keep working that same spot.
And that's been the most effective serve. We saw with Haley Washington, Jacqueline Vagu. That cross-court serve from 5 to 5 has been the most effective right now in Poland.
5 by 5.
So here's Stenzel coming on wearing number 1. To shore up the passing. Chernowska, the youngster, will go to the sideline. She was defenseless there. That was an absolutely perfect serve by Plummer.
Hit it right at her. Welcome to the match.
She's breathing, taking her breath, trying to get her mind right.
United States doubling up in aces. Jordan Larson having the most effective match she's had of the tournament so far offensively. 4 points away on a trip back to the semifinals. It would be 5 in a row for the United States. That missed out of bounds over the top of the block by a struggling Stishak.
6-22 right now for Stishak, hitting about 4%. Well below anything she's done so far in the Olympic Games.
Good serve again. United States going to get a chance. Lots of choices for Poulter. Had another contact. Out of the back row, Plummer off the edge and down. Cat Plummer and the United States now just 2 points away. States has medaled in the last 4 Olympic Games, going all the way back to Beijing. Here is Plummer once again. Back-to-back silvers. And that ball out of bounds in Beijing and London, but a very, very good run by Cat Plummer.
How about Haley Washington on the inside slide? How about that? We haven't seen that yet. They run the little wrinkle on a perfect pass. Maximum passing down on the floor for Team USA. I think that means that Annie Drews is going to take a pretty heavy load here to finish off this third set.
Cook on, errant pass there. Last chance probably for Poland. Larson is dug, but over the sideline. Jordan Larson really contributing off the left side.
I love that she's bringing a little bit of passing and getting the passing and the offense. It's been a huge match for Jordan Larson and great for the USA to know that they can make those substitutions and not downgrade in either state.
Best level so far by the United States when they needed it, except for the 7-1 deficit. They have been by far the better team, and Poland is very, very good. Match point number 1. Ball killed by Smarzik off the right side. The winner of this, and it looks like it's going to be the United States, will play, guess who? Brazil again. They played for the gold medal in Beijing, won by Brazil. They played again for the gold in London, won by Brazil. The United States returned to favor in the last Olympics. Match point.
Yes!
And there it is. Chiaka Abagu and the Americans moving on to the medal round.
USA's points the semifinals.
Both American sides controlled their quarterfinals. The USA women better the men, even controlling 90% of that. I really like what both teams have done. And
on her way. And Katrine Berger, the heroine of the penalty shootout just 3 nights ago for Germany, seeing off Canada, saved 2 and scored 1. And I wonder, having sat Julie Fowdy through a 4-1 victory for the US over these opponents just 9 days ago, are we likely to see a similar game or something wildly different?
I think actually we're going to see a different game. As you mentioned off the top, John, 5th game in 12 days. They just don't have the legs to play a game as you saw earlier in the group stage. And as Danielle Slayton was saying in pregame, I mean, it's just a different mindset when you come into a knockout stage game versus a group stage game.
US strengthened by the return to fitness of Tina Davidson and the availability after a ban of Sam Coffey. Krista Dunn was caught late. The referee was trying desperately to play an advantage and now brings it back for the free kick.
And already for the United States, just a minute and a half in, having success on that left side with Dunn, on the right with Mal Swanson. Really want to drag the center backs across. There's Lohman having to come across from that center midfield position.
They overestimate the double blow to the Germans of losing their captain and their leading scorer. Free kick on its way, floated towards Davidson. He'll be left all alone beyond the back post.
Wide open on that back post, but Berger recorrects. She was coming for that ball, realized she couldn't get there, and gets herself in a good spot.
Haran. That'll be a free kick as well. This time the foul committed by Brandt.
And you can see the numbers around Lindsey Horan. I suspect that is going to be a tactic from Germany. Horan, uncharacteristically, has coughed up a few balls at this Olympics. You're going to see numbers around her, pressure around her to see if they can pick one.
Word on Germany's formation, which at times, and I'm sure it will stay like this, seems like a 4-2-4.
Well, they defend often in a 4-4-2. I think actually today we're going to see them in more of a 4-5-1 without Kopp and Schuler.
There have been doubts in some quarters about her availability, but she trained yesterday after taking a knock to the knee. Smith freeing Rodman. And Swanson providing company. Lavelle too. This is Rose Lavelle.
A great opportunity along the flank for the United States. Smith let this one go by. Rose Lavelle gets it wrong with the finish there. Has an opportunity. And it's sorry Swanson that lets that one go to get the United States on the board, but that is the exact situation the United States wants to see itself in.
Right into this game. There is an offside against Buell.
And that success on the left side, and this is, you can see in an offside position for Buell. You're going to see a lot of Buell on that left and Brandt on the right for Germany. Their two wingers love to get in behind. A much more open game than I anticipated, which is great news.
About 15,000 people inside the Stade de Lyon, one of the newer arenas in France, the third biggest stadium in the country. Coffee to Rodman. Smith. Cleared by Minga, and it's defeated by the spin and the bounce. No problem though with Germa covering.
US has to be so careful. We've seen already, not even 5 minutes in, 3-4 passes square in the midfield getting picked by Germany, and they're off on the counter. Have to be cleaner against a team like Germany.
Pocket. And Fox finds Rodman. Here the vocal urgings of Emma Hayes on the touchline.
Interestingly enough, Brandt is playing in a central position, in the highest position, alongside Ndomi, as they defend in that 4-4-2. We'll see if she then pops wide, but you see Buell and Brandt, the two wingers typically who are on either side of the flanks on the same side right now. And they're the two goal for Germany.
And it seems, Julie, as if Sydney Lohman, who is normally a central midfield player, is playing out on the right-hand side.
She's out where we typically see Brand.
In a world semi-final.
We are seeing Bowman switch back to that higher position and Brand now switching back to that right side.
Smith. Lavelle supports. Comes back fortuitously to Lavelle, and now Smith again. The two keepers.
Another great look for the United States. Smith shapes up, doesn't get all of that one. That's going to be asking a lot against a very good goalkeeper in Berger. But getting their looks. They'll be pleased with that, the United States.
3 shots on target in the opening 7 minutes for the US.
And as you get into this wide shot, they'll show you the way that Germany is shaping up. You can get a wide one from the world feed, 4-4-2, mid-block. And Yomi and Lohman and Brand swapping through that front two that are in the press. With the United States, you can see Sophia Smith on the right side of your screen and Mal Swanson playing a double 9, building out with what looks like a 3-5-2. Trinity popping back into midfield to come back, hoping they can pull an outside back into the midfield and then get him behind and make those center backs have to switch out.
Lavelle. Spain or Brazil in Saturday's gold medal fixture at Parc des Princes in Paris. The losers will stay in Lyon for the bronze playoff in this stadium on Friday. Brandt and Yomi. Julia Gavin, adventurous right back. Stable Lehman, headed out by Burma, headed by Swanson. And cleared by Crystal Dunn. The urgings of both coaches.
And it's so interesting to see Brand in that central position, playing in the 10. There she is about to attack that ball. So often you see her come from a wider position and run at that back line.
Clara Buell. Tanioni and slick as ever. Perfectly timed Naomi Gilmer.
Always Naomi Gilmer to clean things up in the back. Fox getting caught. Trinity Rodman instead going for the mag on the sideline. I love that. That should be 2 points right there. But Gurma's just been so solid in this competition, as we know. The only U.S. player to play every minute of this Olympics, also played every minute of the World Cup as well.
Ceremony by Hendrick.
And I will say, I'm so pleasantly surprised that this is a much more... And I know a lot of U.S. fans concerned about the lack of substitution from this U.S. squad, and we've talked about that a lot. But Germany in the exact same situation, very similar in terms of their sub pattern, only one change per game this entire tournament. They've had 7 starters of this starting 11 who've played over 100 minutes. The U.S. had 8.
Haram.
Over 100 minutes in that last game, I should clarify.
That will be a free kick, and this will be a very high wonder. Julie Fowler, do you have any relevant statistics about how the US have done from direct free kicks?
Oh, I didn't get a given in the last game of Let's Go. As fans will know that have been watching this, Gianni Vio has been working with the U.S. team because he is a set piece specialist. And this is within range, party people. A direct free kick goal by the U.S. women's national team. They've only scored 1 direct free kick goal in the last 4.5 years. And that was Katarina McCartney in April of 2022. Thank you.
I feel better now.
I feel better.
This is Lindsay Horan, who has teed the ball up. Economical approach to the bottom portion of the wall.
And sadly, that stat remains.
Rodman.
This is where Trinity Rodman has just been so good in this tournament. When she is faced up on the corner, she's constantly trying to get in the box, turn that corner. And instead, this is what happens when you try and do that. You get a corner out of this.
Rachel Bell will take it. To the full extent of this magnificent arena. 60,000. To separate a few. Made less than meaningful contact. And here's Rodman. Buell. Rino Brandt of Germany, limping for the time being. Dunn. Lavelle. Rodman. referee eventually compelled to blow with the ball trapped.
And again, and here's the look earlier. Tierna actually gets something on that one. Roosevelt magic on the sideline there.
Angle. Rodman. Swanson. Smith. Rodman. Lucky for the US. Hunting ground for the United States. Semi-final and final victories in the 2019 World Cup here. And Yumi. And Grant, who is moving with freedom again. And it was Germany's turn to force a corner. Their first.
One of the things the United States knows is that they do not want to give up corner kicks to this team. Scored 2 against Australia in that first game. Added their 3 goals against Australia. So good on set pieces. Missing 2 of their biggest threats, however, with Pop and Schuler both being out. Hagering always in the mix though. Number 5, their center back. There's a look at her. Brand as well.
Gavin, the right back, takes the majority of the corners, but this has been given to the left-footed Ralph.
And you see the scrum in front of Alyssa Nair in terms of bodies and traffic. So hard to come for a ball.
They can't get off the line. By Hagering. And the US is awarded a free kick.
And well done by Nair to try and fight through that. And again, Dunn seems to be everywhere in this Olympics. For a player who wasn't even in there, is the Nair look, couldn't quite get anything on it. That's why those are so difficult with that traffic in front of you.
Nair winning her 111th cap today. It's been over more than a decade. A keeper with some German ancestry and who spent 2 years of his career playing in the Frauen Bundesliga with Potsdam. This time free kick to go Germany's way.
That didn't work out for the United States, but that is the ball they are going to be looking for. When Hagering has to track Smith or Swanson, and that's unfortunate for Smith. Inadvertently clips her. But Swanson and Smith are going to be trying to turn those 2 center backs. Pressed right on them in that double 9. Because there is a speed advantage for the United States with that matchup.
Newskin. Fox. Wasn't buying it from Robin. Yumi. Coffee getting the tide in. Then, Coffee again. The first semi-final of the Olympic Women's Football Tournament. The United States and Germany vying for the right to meet Brazil and Spain, who play each other a little later in Marseille down on the south coast. Finals on Saturday in Paris, and that Brazil-Spain game is live on the E network. Kickoff 3 Eastern.
Sienna Davidson, a little bit of a page from the U.S. book and pulling that center back out.
With the delivery, Fox with an important header.
Again, we've seen Germany so good in these situations, the runs, the service in the box, Fox making no mistake to say, we're not taking a chance here, rather give up the corner and reset. Now you see the German team shaping up differently on this corner kick, most of the players on the far post.
Difficult corner to deal with. Just another high ball with some pace and some in-swing. Rebel. And Hendrick was the defender who came in.
Only my German were better. Or even existence. Ball out of bounds.
Great. Here's the junior of her opposite number today. Caught by Ralph, it's been called as a foul by the Moroccan referee.
And again, what this wider central midfielder does, and there's the foul, is it pulls that outside back, number 19, up. And that's the 5 in midfield. Those numbers are pulling the outside back up. They want to shift those center backs and make them run into that wider channel or get in behind.
Just ahead of the ball and then into the secondary challenge as well, which has left a mark on Rodman. Brands. And you can see the idea. Rodman is moving in rather gingerly fashion a long way away from the ball at the moment, which is a bit of a concern.
Should be on the top right of your screen coming in. Has looked the most vulnerable, John, is in that midfield when we get dispossessed. Giveaways, a little untidy, trying to find Haran, trying to find Coffee, and they're Germany doing a really good job up the spine of nipping that ball.
Right about the big booming voice of Horst Trubesch, very audible.
And again, with the number of games that these teams have been playing, as open as the game as this has been, they're also going to pick their moments to sit back a little bit, hold the ball. And I think the U.S. will want a little bit more for the control of that tempo.
Eurobrands. He was allowed to run a long way and force a save out of Ellison there. And Dunn was there to pick up the pieces. Rodman, who appears to be okay. Rodman once more.
And again, of course, it's Crystal Dunn in the position, coming all the way back, making sure she's there for any rebound. Well done by Nair, couldn't get a lot on it, but Dunn's there to clean it up. I was saying earlier, mark really for this roster. Is going to be listed and was listed as a forward for this roster.
Moran. Lavelle. Second time she's tried that particular trick. Now Swanson. And the vastly experienced Peggering. Correctly positioned.
John, and they think that the United States just ran over Germany. I mean, this game's shaping up very similarly. Actually, both teams in a mid-block, both getting their looks.
Coffee. Bristol done in a more attacking position.
I think the difference you could point to in these first 25 is the United States much more efficient. And there's Brand on the other side. Part of the problem with her coming from that central position is she's picking up a lot of the ball, getting more of it than she would on the flank, and there's Dunn for the rebound. But one of the biggest differences for the United States is they're getting their looks. They're just not as clean in front of goal, not as clinical in that final third as they were in that first game.
In Marseille, a little more than a week ago, US were 2-1 up at this stage. Lavelle the goal to emerge.
And here is Rose Lavelle, what she'll do in her defensive third. Fights to get on the end of this ball. If she could have got on the end of that, Mel Swanson was in. In the six, we'll see if they drop Moran a little bit to try and provide some cover for her, but getting exposed in that central area.
Moran's being backed by plenty of supporters. Lindsay Horan being backed by a good number of her teammates from the star-studded Lyon squad. Every other member of that roster is out of the Olympic tournament now, so they're all here in the midst of their club pre-season training, supporting Lindsay Horan.
Yeah, she said, I ended up going to my apartment. It was amazing. Saw my dog, saw my fiance, my parents.
Accommodation for the family.
Who's also had a tremendous tournament this entire back four, whether it's Sonnet or Davidson. We talked about Gomer, we talked about Dunn, but this back four has been tremendous for the United States. Only conceded 2 goals in this tournament.
The United States under Emma Hayes, yet to experience being behind in a match. Smith. Peggerin's tackle. Interested to see just how patient the referee remains. There's a lot of niggly fouls. We haven't seen a card yet.
Could have been very cardable, that one.
Possible direct free kick opportunity, Trudy. Just saying.
I think with Berger and goal, it might be a little bit cautious. But why not, is what I say. Why not? Let's get that stat out of the way.
Smith will take on Hendrick. And tried to get it back to Swanson.
How about that little move from Hendrick? No, it's a catering. Sorry. Ooh-wee.
And the other way is Anyomi. She ran into the rock with his gun, but the referee didn't like the challenge, and Germany had a free kick.
Another look at this one. Again, pulled Hendrick out, and then it's Hagering. Woo, one touch, drag it behind, no problem. But again, the United States getting in that situation, one-on-one with the center back, out wide, in that half space. Just unable to make that final pass work.
Germany's set-piece threat. Buell will take this one. And the tallest team in the tournament, taken by Ralph. And away from Rodney.
I did pick up on the mic something from Emma about the single pivot in Haran, so we'll see if we get a little shift in the midfield there to try and firm that up. Didn't get all of it, sadly.
Yesterday when she was asked what was in the note she sent on midway through the second half of the quarter-final to Lindsay Horan in Paris on Saturday.
Conversation in the second half will be about controlling the tempo, of course, dictating the tempo a little bit more, tidier in terms of possession, but also they're getting into good positions, the United States, in that final third, cleaning that final ball up. Much more efficient in this last game against Germany, as you mentioned, up 2-1 at this stage.
Sophia Smith. Stride. Overly rugged by Anyomi.
Fox getting up a little bit slowly. Some concerns with her from the last game.
Case here, as it will be throughout the forthcoming league campaigns about to start across Europe, but only the captain can approach the referee. Lindsay Horan did that. She was displeased by the nature of Anyomi's challenge. A game that's been pretty fruitful on a couple of occasions for the US at this tournament. They scored in the closing minutes of the first half against Germany and against Australia already. Smith interested in that. Berger alert.
And the confidence of the goalkeeper to come all the way across like that.
Fox taking a while to get back up after that. Recent tangle. Davidson. Rodman. Miscue by Smith. Hints of something cohesive from that front three. Nothing tangible yet. Moran. Done. With Lindsay Horan.
Another look at that ball by Tiara Davidson all the way over the top. First time touch from Rodman, back to Smith, trying to find Swanson. Talk about the trifecta that would have been. Swanson making a good little cutting run. Smith can't quite get on the end of that one.
We need to pick you up on the use of trifecta, but we did it after the corner. Looks like we missed the news alert.
We got a new name, breaking news.
Another trident.
Yes.
Not trifecta, not triumvirate, not trio.
But I think we've got a better name. We'll talk about it on the other side of this.
Nice corner. Crossed securely by Berger.
Good clean hands by Berger. Comes out strong for this.
Yet another foul.
Dictating a little bit more of the tempo in the second half of the United States is as this game wears on, we know the minutes and the fatigue.
Wow. Wheeled in by Lohman. I was relieved that it wasn't. Now you're itching to give us your chosen name for the front three.
So, we went with the Gen Z 3, kind of liked. I got a lot of people telling me that they are Gen Z, so I'm going back to that. Then we tried to go French, like the 3 oui oui, the 3 baby, the 3 Paris.
Le trois oulala.
Yeah, and that was
oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
That was it. The winner. Go on, say it, John.
Le trois oulala.
Le trois oulala. Come on, America. What do you think? I worked hard on this. It's taken a long time. Way too much brain space. I like it.
Yes, free kick. Am I allowed?
John liked it. Say it. Say it. You liked it.
It rolls off the tongue. It does roll off the tongue.
Thank you.
Am I allowed to tell the United States the thought that you came up with that we had to rule out quite quickly, where you suggested triad, which seemed really good in your head until we pointed out to you that they are in fact a Chinese organised crime syndicate?
I don't remember that.
So please don't at me. Rodman, member of the Trident, looking for a colleague, Emily Swanson. Just to underline it, it's the three of them that have come up with the name.
Yeah, it is the three of them. And you're seeing what they can do in open space. Rodman unable to connect.
history of German football, both as a player and a coach. Led the German men to Olympic silver in 2016. As a player, represented Germany, or West Germany as they then were, in the 1982 World Cup final and scored the winner for them in the European Championship final of 1980. Retirement beckons at the age of 73. Feeling reasonably cool, comfortable with things at the moment?
At 0-0, no, never. And I think especially against a German team that can pounce on so many things, you should never feel comfortable. I do like the United States is creating some chances. But Germany is as well on the other side, and so this is going to be a tight one. As we know, as we expected. Again, do not let that 4-1 scoreline in the group stages fool you. I'm sure the players are also pleased that Sun is finally off the field on that left side. 90, it was north of 90 plus degrees a kick. Feels like it's dropping a little bit. There's some heat they're having to deal with as well as those tired legs.
There was a foul off the ball. And we are now going to see a yellow card. And it is for the 34-year-old Marina Hegering.
Will make a big difference as Hegering has to be cautious as she goes into all these battles, as she will with Smith and Swanson.
Interesting reactions from two hugely experienced coaches to the yellow card. Entirely predictable. Opportunity for Rose Lavelle. Free kick. And half-time is looming on the horizon.
Better service clear, and you see her hand get a little bit on her neck, and whenever that happens, when your hand raises up, they're going to whistle that one. Not much to it, but...
The other semi-final is a little later today. 3 p.m. Eastern kickoff on the E network for Brazil against Spain, which we'll be bringing to you live from Marseille. Stade Velodrome. Playoff is on Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. The gold medal match Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Additional time required after a well-contested, combative first half in which both sides have had chances, clear looks on goal. Both goalkeepers have had decent moments, but it's been a story of industry rather than inspiration and a 0-0 scoreline. And stay tuned for today's halftime show, which is brought to you by Hyundai.
What does a robot know about love? How to translate that leap inside the human heart into something we can see and hold. The fingerprints we leave behind show how determined we are to give the world a piece of ourselves. Etsy.
From farmers to athletes, here's to those working hard every day to change the way the game is played. Vital Farms, raising the standards.
When the internet said Red Lobster's going away, your boy Flavor Flav said, not today. Crab Fest is here, boy, and they got 2 flavors, roasted garlic and new Cajun butter. When you gotta have seafood, you gotta have Red Lobster.
If you're a smoker, I have a tip for you. Make a video of yourself before all this happens. Read a children's storybook or sing a lullaby. I wish I had. The only voice my grandson's ever heard is this one.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
I'm running to fight for an America where the economy works for working people, where you only have to work one job to pay the bills, and where hard work is rewarded, where reproductive rights are not just protected by the Constitution of the United States, but guaranteed in every state, because that's our America. And that's the America I believe in.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
When we're young, we're told anything is possible, but only a few of us go out and prove it. Witness the greatness of Anna Hall on a connection worthy of gold. Xfinity Mobile. Only Xfinity gives you the most powerful mobile Wi-Fi network with speeds up to a gig in millions of locations. And right now, Xfinity Internet customers can buy 1 unlimited line and get 1 free for a year. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
This one is for you.
Today's halftime show is brought to you.
It's another pretty hot day in this part of central southern France. Typically hovering around 90 degrees. I'm surprised there wasn't a more formalised hydration break in the first period. Done. Lohman. Miskin. That Germany are without 2 of their leading rights, Pop and Schiller, all got injured. Buell. The block by Fox. And all around penalty for Rodman. Swanson.
Great block by Fox, because you saw Germany splitting the 2 central midfielders in Haran and Coffey. I believe it was Newskin who had some success coming right up the spine again, which has been the area of concern for the United States.
Haran. Up, over and partially through her opponent, Lohman, and neither of them have come out of it particularly well.
Easily been called the other way as well, with Haran coming over.
Hayes, who was last here, coaching in this stadium 18 months ago. 1-0 win for Chelsea in a Champions League quarter-final. Hillebrand has looked the player most likely really to do damage.
Yeah, and has been the player that's done the most damage. Splits between Dunn and Sonnet there, and of course it's Gurma for the reaching clearance. And from that more central position of Brandt, she's been able to pick up the ball, cut inside, cut outside.
Sides contesting a semi-final. 12 years to the day since perhaps the most memorable Olympic semi between the US and Canada back at the London Games. Here's Smith. Going in for the tackle. Sydney Lohman. Here's Canada going ending 4-3 to the States. Coffey. Until the 123rd minute of that contest did the United States hit the fence. Here's Lavelle. Ralph with the header. Gurma penalised.
You can see the look on Gurma's face. I happen to agree with her. Not much to that one. And the counter press for the United States as soon as they lost that ball. Smith going, Roosevelt going, Swanson going, picked up that second wave.
One place above the United States in the FIFA listings. Fourth was against the US is fifth. There were somewhat muted pre-Olympic expectations of the United States. No one knew quite what to anticipate or expect. This and the gold medal game would be tangible proof that they're heading very much in the right direction.
Yeah, and there were really no expectations for this team. When you think about it, coming into this Olympics with Emma Hayes only having 4 games. Think about that, 4 games under your belt. She came in June, so she had a month. She had maybe 8 training sessions before they even got to France. A U.S. coach had never had less than 16 games before going to a world championship. So for her to be able to produce what she has already in this tournament has exceeded a lot of expectations.
US ball. United States, by the way, playing the 750th game in women's national team history, going all the way back to 1985. 587 victories and just 72 defeats. Means you played in more than a third of their all-time fixtures.
I don't know about that. Did you do the math on that?
Well, 274 caps. It's more than a third of 750, isn't it? It was in my classroom at school. Rodman. Useful ball, but Berger in control.
Final pass, the missing element in this. Less success as we saw in the first half getting into that wide corridor. When they do, gotta make it meaningful.
Lavelle. Effectively dispossessed by Minger, who then promptly gives the ball away to Naomi Gurma.
that into coffee. Oof, what a dangerous position to be in. Roman coming across. And understandably upset because she was off and running 2v2 for Germany. Good job. As soon as the U.S. is trying to face up and get in position, numbers around the ball, making everything a little bit uncomfortable.
Germany will come again with Ralph.
With a momentum shift for Germany, Brad dictating this one, comes across. Looks like Germa got a little bit on it at the end there just to clear that one free. What a good recovery that is by Germa. Pushes it out of danger.
Many teams playing at this Olympic tournament incentivized for gold. Germany have been quite public about their bonus structure. The players on €20,000 each should they land the gold medal. Brandt. Reflection on that. Good for Germa. And Germany can't believe that a goal kick has been given. There's plenty of evidence to suggest it should have been a corner.
Took a deflection. And they are still staying with that goal kick, but that momentum shift for Germany in terms of how their midfield is shaping up. You're seeing Brand getting in wider positions and then coming inside. There was the deflection. Doesn't look like it took another touch. Should have been a corner kick for Germany. Brand starting wide, coming in. Buell coming inside as well, having success.
Buell. Checking Fox. It's within. And she is dangerous when shooting from distance.
Scored one very similar to this in the first game against the United States from even further distance. This one not on target, but able to sneak one under Nair in that first game. And right now, one of the things the United States not familiar with is the other team dictating that tempo. They've been really successful, the U.S. in this tournament, in controlling and dictating. We're about to see a substitution for the United States with Lynn Williams coming in. Able to stop that momentum from Germany.
Crystal Dunn. Rodman. Anticlimactic. Quick. Trinity Rodman may have sustained a knock here.
Buell gets a
all-time leading scorer in the NWSL. Came off the bench to contribute a goal. The gloss really on a 4-1 victory over Germany in the group stage. Emma Hayes shouting, "Is she okay?" before deciding on whether to go through with this substitution. And the good news is that Rodman is back on her feet. So a substitution will happen, and it's Rose Lavelle who's being withdrawn.
Yeah, and there was actually some question marks on if Rose could even go and start this game. And so that does not surprise me. She took that shot in the Japan game off the end of her foot. A bit of a tweak of that knee. And with that change, you're going to see, I'm suspecting Swanson's going to pop into midfield in that higher position.
Here's the first touch for Williams. Allowing to challenge. Defended in the end by Feli Rao. Germany, I think it's fair to say, making a better fist of this than they did the first meeting of these nations.
Yeah, they've shaped it well too. They've made it challenging for the United States in this mid-block. Really the most chaos the United States has had in those flank positions, those wide corridors, or when they turn that back line. And just in this second half, haven't been able to do that nearly as much as we saw in the first half. If you can turn that back four and get them chasing at their own goal, you can create a little bit of chaos. But give Germany some credit. They have tactically shaped up against the United States well in the second half. Swanson popping into that pocket. She's on the ball right now in the midfield. Again, Germany, any chance they get, it's not just one or two players, but it's contact. It's uncomfortable.
Waiting for the ball. Figuring. Smoothly away from Roman. Trying to turn defence into possible attack. With Mallory Swanson. And what a pass that was. And Mallory Swanson from the best chance of the game. The flag is up. It may well have been called offside had the ball been placed inside the post.
Oh, but what a ball by Gurma to find Swanson. Gets around Berger. Does so well. Takes a look. Thinks she can maybe sneak that one in. I wonder if she could have come across the goal. But does so well to clear Berger. And then takes that look. Doesn't see those two runners coming on that far post. Might have been for nothing.
Well, we haven't actually been shown a replay that's definitive of the offside, but from where the free kick to restart play was positioned, that was called offside. Rodman, the point-blank pass of the match from Burma. Germany have a player down. Sidney Roman. These two sets of players have been through. Fifth game for both teams in 12 days. Tight turnarounds. The World Cup, you've got 23 players to choose from. Here only 18. And the travel on the 2 days in between fixtures. Although we were impressed with the vim and vigour of the first half, the energy, the dynamism, surely at some stage fatigue becomes a factor.
Absolutely. And it's mistakes, it's missed passes, it's the finest of margins when that fatigue sets in. And again, the good news, we said this in the first half, but it bears repeating. The good news for the United States is Germany in the exact same situation as the United States in terms of very few changes. Only one per game for Germany in this entire tournament have been riding a very consistent lineup. And also played extra time, went to penalty kicks later than the United States in that last game. But to go back to the original point, why are they made to do this? I find it ridiculous and dangerous. And avoidable. Bigger rosters, start the tournament earlier. Let's go to 16 teams. There's no more games, right? 16 teams. And then also, like, why make them travel to Marseille from Nantes? And you're coming across the country back and forth. This is the 4th different city for the United States in this tournament. You stop ranting, but you triggered that one.
So that's my fault. Your rant is my fault.
Yes. But you get it. I don't like it.
Well, we did rather get that impression. Yes, we are. Just on your point about possibly having 16 teams, that was put to the IOC in the pre-games press conference, and they ruled it out. They said for financial reasons, we're not doing it.
Say only, John, that it is on the men's side. They too have a roster of 18. They too play with 2 days off. I think they should, for both sides, give them more rest, travel less. Plenty of stadiums nearer to Paris to play in. It didn't have to be, I mean, this is a gorgeous stadium for sure, but I just think you need to think about player safety and wellness first and foremost when you do this tournament.
This does go to another half hour, and we're some distance away from extra time at the moment, but if it does, then it truly does become survival of the fittest.
The other last thing I'll say, maybe or maybe not, is that it also affects the quality of the game, as we know. 3 of those quarterfinals went to extra time, 2 of them to penalty kicks. That fatigue
becomes about survival rather than skill. And Yumi, there's a possibility here for Germany. They've got some numbers. Roman 1-6. And Yumi delayed playing it. And now she's gone down with what looks like cramp. And the US attempt to counter. Down over the top for Swanson. Hungry there. Still Yumi is on the floor in the right-hand penalty area, and the referee now has been alerted to that.
Really fortunate for the United States that Germa covered that again so well, because both Crystal Dunn and Emily Sonnet have been pulled into midfield. And Naomi, with acres of space in front of her, cannot find that final pass. Something that's plagued the United States in this game as well. We love to see Nair helping out.
Well, this is going to become an impromptu hydration break, even if it's not an official one. As Aniemi receives on-field treatment. We had an interesting discussion with Emma Hayes yesterday. Well, we listened and she spoke, really, about the relative lack of substitutions, and it was interesting to hear her thoughts on how she does or doesn't feel able to use the various parameters of her squad.
Yeah, and really didn't feel like she, only now 8 games in, had the knowledge to know where people's ceilings were, how long they could go, and obviously a lot of issues happening behind the scenes that fans don't know about. She doesn't want to disclose in terms of availability, full availability of players. But she says, I have no regrets. And we're seeing Germany in a very similar situation. And the hardest part to this now is the mental side of it. I mean, that's where this kicks in. Obviously, everyone's got fatigue. But now it becomes really, can you lock in as Freigang comes on for Germany, dangerous forward with fresh legs. Limited minutes in this tournament. I think she's only had about 27 minutes in this entire tournament.
She replaces the cramp-stricken Anyomi. This is Germany's first substitution.
But now that mental side kicks in. Can you stay organized? Can you keep your shape? And can, when it really matters, in the biggest of moments, as we've seen this United States team do, pounce and finish.
Facing Saturday's gold medal game. Should be against either Brazil or Spain. Grant taking on Dunn. And still going. And she propelled it against Haran. And Dunn can now clear it. Here's Williams. Williams is surrounded by 3 German players. There's a lot of effort out there, Julie, but not always a lot of clarity.
How about Crystal Dunn's recovery? Takes the bite on the first one, slides, gets back. They're not going to give us that replay. That's the one I wanted, really. But, again, Germany playing through that midfield and having success through the bend and finding Brand. And Brand has been a thorn tonight for the United States.
It's Rodman. It's a little Hegarty. Combative Coffee. Sonnet. Brazil against Spain. It's at the Stade Velodrome in Marseille. Kick off 3 Eastern, and you can see that on the E network. Possibilities here for the US. Hovering in the way.
Again, success for the United States, finding that wide player over the top. The final ball is the missing piece of the puzzle.
Trinity Rodman, match winner in the quarterfinal. Coffee and Smith. And it actually struck her own player in Williams.
Smith finding a pocket of space. In traffic. Sometimes those can take a deflection and go actually across that goal where Berger is sliding the opposite way. White look there in 4-2-4. 4 across that front line. 2 in the midfield.
Wow. Clara Buell. Lohman. Dangerous player Brands. Roman, Minga.
Good sequence by Germany though. They went from the left side to the right side, came back across. Not enough on it to get beyond Nair in the end. The United States will take a shot all day from outside the box with Nair in goal. But having some success, Germany isolating themselves in the wings. John, of course, is as there's that fatigue, you got to know when to pick your moments. You don't want this game to open up too much. But you also know with those front three still in the game, and Rodman, Smith, and Swanson, they can break in transition, they can catch them.
Position pitch side, she's consulting members of her coaching staff deep in the dugout. She's just about doing enough to hold off Laura Freigang. The team denuded of serving captain Sandra Pop. Ill yesterday, and their leading scorer this tournament, Leah Schuller, has got a knee problem. Rodman coming energy from somewhere. And it's a US corner.
Little 1-2 off the outside back row. They're heading down with the cramp. But Rodman pushing that pace. Well done by Hegering to come across. And a very important corner kick for the United States. Only one goal on corners in this tournament. That was the earlier foul where Roman, rightfully so, I think you see Dunn gets a piece of her there, complaining there should have been a foul called. And the United States only, in those 10 goals scored in this tournament, one has been off a set piece, and that's the corner kick in that first goal against Australia.
In hand, which is Hegering's injury, and Berger, the goalkeeper, has signalled to the bench that she thinks that Hegering won't be able to continue here. And it seems to be backed up by the medical staff.
And we will most likely see Schultz come in. The 25-year-old from Athletic Bilbao come in for Hegering. This happened already in this tournament.
Extended her career by a year to make sure she could be available for these Olympic Games. She's with Wolfsburg. She's going to retire. She signed a one-year extension.
And I will say, I think these two center backs, and Hegering and Hendrick for the United States, were hoping to get the best out of them. Had a very good second half. Hegering slowly gets up.
Younger than the player she replaces.
Only her 7th international cap for Schultz in that center back position. And what a moment to come in.
Immediately, a Mallory Swanson corner. Haran couldn't quite get there. Coffey. Gerber. Haran!
What? Come on.
be all important. And then Haran trying to get enough on it. Berger held on to that because Sonnet was on the end of that one. So hard to get any type of momentum on that ball, but well done by Berger because Sonnet was there to take a bite of that apple if she was going to drop it. Who came in, as we mentioned, as a late sub here, number 10. Part of that pressing front line. Fresh legs. This created a couple nervy moments for that back line.
Finding Coffee. And for Rodman. Rodman does well. And then sends it forwards, and Berger had to be alert to fall to her left. First time it was Smith who had the chance.
All of the players sucked out wide, overload on the wide side, and then they tried to find the other side where Trinity gets a second look at it.
Three of the outfield US substitutes, but no suggestion that any change is imminent. Coffee to Rodman. Sophia Smith. And Swanson pulls away centrally. And Smith. Referee playing advantage. It's Lindsay Haran. American officials on the point of playing for a free kick.
Really unfortunate for Sophia Smith, gets tied up under her legs in the clear on that right side.
Against Crystal Brown. Appealing for offside here, and there's no flag, and it's Flygan. Has to wait for the support of Brandt. Flygan and Firma, and now the flag up.
Don't get me on that rant. That's my next rant. The late flag.
Go. You might have a happy
I
ending.
mean, goodness gracious. It's so offside. Why not just flag it? It's that obvious. Come on. Instead, you make them. I wasn't going to go there. I'm going there. Dang it. The other side of things, what we're seeing from that front two that are pressing as U.S. gets into its defensive shape in a 4-4-2, you're seeing Mallory Swanson at times go. And I think she's going when the rest of the team is not ready to go. And I'm a little concerned about her going on her own and expending that energy when you don't have the team behind you. It's a bit disjointed as well. The midfield is 30 yards behind her when she does go. So you got to pick and choose those moments that trigger.
Swanson.
But she is looking fresh. Right side, left side. Great sign for Mal Swanson. 3 goals in this tournament. Co-leads with Trinity Rodman, who's on the other side.
Question. I don't like to make the analogy with boxing, given the controversies of this Olympics surrounding elements of that sport. But if you were scoring this as a boxing match, what would your card look like? Who'd be in front on points?
We're doing it by half or the full?
I would do the whole thing.
The whole thing. I would still give States the edge.
Seeing as you do, goes against the grain, I tend to agree with you. Not a whole lot in it.
No, especially in the second half. I would say Germany has the better scorecard in the second half. Of these final 5 minutes as that clock ticks. So many big goals and big moments happen in these edges of the game, as we call them.
Roman. Miskin. Back in US possession with Swanson. We've got 3 ahead of her in white. Options here. And that's a waste.
Smith wondering, do I cut inside? Is she going wide? She stay wide. Runners all over the map there for the United States, trying to get with her. Just couldn't play that ball in, which has been the theme for the United States tonight. And they pull one out, as they have been.
Yes, confirmed. Swanson, the flag is up.
Yes!
The offside is given. Will, of course, be checked by VAR, but the naked eye suggested that she was offside.
Freaking kidding me.
As you see her here, clearly in an offside position. Germany does well to make sure they hold that line. All 3 of those defenders with their hands raised.
It's a nice finish.
Was indeed, and now Swanson looks sharp. It doesn't look like the heat, the fatigue. Can she once again put this team on her shoulders, as we've seen her do so much?
Picked up, mixed up the arm of Will.
Very fortunate for the United States.
Now the Swanson can help propel the US into the gold medal game. That would be her 100th cap. And to notice that should the US be vying for gold on Saturday, that would be Sophia Smith's 24th birthday.
And John, you asked her. Go on.
Do you happen to be aware that the gold medal game falls on your... And I got as far as saying, "But."
She's like, yes.
Yes. Yes. Well aware of that. From 7:45 in the evening local time. Shadows lengthening.
Sonnet needs to be careful on the ball there. Got caught a couple times.
Swanson.
German there to clean it up again and play that ball in behind to Swanson. Again, having success.
Lynn Williams. Where does she get there? Pushes it out as far as Emily Fox. Rodman. Feeling for hands, but rather half-heartedly.
Did have that conversation yesterday with Trinity Rodman and with Lindsey Moran about it just always seems with this team, and you could definitely not say this about last summer's World Cup team, that someone in the moment will step up. And I said, is that something you're feeling, or is that just something from the outside? And they said, no, absolutely. We talk about that a lot.
So here's that player. Here's Rodman. There's Swanson. Trying to pull it back to Williams. Hill. Pinned into the ideal area.
So dangerous, these balls. And again, success for Germany on that left side. No runners on the back post as Crystal Dunn makes sure it is covered. But no one crashing for Germany. And especially the pace on that one. Hard to get on the end of it when it's coming so swift.
Official didn't reach on down than he does. Looking at her watch and about to raise the ball for additional time. And that will extend to 5 minutes.
There's a look of it.
Rodman. Only one Olympic women's semi-final has ever been scoreless after 90 minutes. 2016 Brazil, Sweden. Sweden eventually winning on penalties. Emily Fox. Rodman. Coffey. Posted in hope. Still done. Sonnet. Fox. Tango involving Williams. Germany free kick.
I don't think that's such a bad idea by the United States to try that early ball in over the top. Pick up the second ball if you don't connect. Talk about possession and patience, of course. There's also possession with a purpose. And sometimes it needs to get a little bit messy in these final minutes.
Around. Two to beat. Banking up alongside Ralph. Let's try another attack. Couple minutes. Nothing more. An extra half hour. 2 15-minute periods of extra time. Done. And to conjure something. Not too many clear-cut scoring opportunities.
The U.S. would love nothing more than to finish this right now.
Within US throw with not much more than a minute on the clock. In fact, the referee has had another thought about that and has now given a free kick to Germany.
And there is the free kick at the end there with Dunn coming across.
Rubik from Morocco after the change of pass. And this offers a set piece opportunity for Germany. And beyond this, I want the time for a great deal more. There's Nuremberg, serving assistant for Horst Hubert.
You see that high line by the United States wanting to get that space in behind Alyssa Nair to come out and grab this ball.
It's cool. She's given that every chance. And Nair just gave us all a half-footer by juggling the ball rather than catching cleanly. Smith. Seems to be spot by Ryan. Minger. For the first
Another three-time Olympian in Crystal Dunn, but you also get the added benefit because it looks like the U.S. is going to push into a double pivot in midfield again with Coffee deeper and her and Albert next to her. With that freshness that you're going to need, as we saw Germany make some subs as well with Sens, Fragang.
Underline your point statistically, the two players taken off, Moran and Dunn, 309 caps between them, replaced by a pair of players in Albert and Nicewood with 32 caps. Changes on the screen. It's a nice one.
When you talk about on top of what Moran and Dunn have done offensively, and Dunn has had to get into, as we're seeing Nicewater, into that midfield position to retire. Offensively, on both sides of the ball, the shift that she has put in.
Rotman. Right to stand it up. Grant. Sense. She gives it up, and the US try to capitalise.
You just get the sense, John, though, if it's going to be one player right now, this is the one in Swanson who's got the legs, got the energy, doesn't get a hold of that one right, but she is still buzzing.
Newly arrived. Almost able to take that ball with her. Swanson. Careless from Swanson. Giving it to Sense. Grant. And then going up. Never seems hassled, harried, hurried.
Well, and if she hasn't solidified herself as the best center back by a mile in this tournament, I don't know what will.
Nina. Buell. Buell trying to find an angle, and they're alert to that danger.
Almost slipped under her. And exactly the situation Germany wants to get itself in with Buell in a 1v1 situation right through the legs of Fox.
Williams in pursuit, there's Berger. underscore the importance of Naomi Gilmer since she's taken on the captain's armband with the substitution of Haran.
And still, with the fresher legs in midfield for the United States, it becomes a problem area where Germany, so much a source of its counter-attacking presence, has come through that middle, up the spine there. Whether it's New Skin or Roman. Or now the fresh legs of number 14 right there in Sims.
Smith on the burst. And Smith might get there! Smith! Yes! And Germany have been speared by the Tridents. What is it about this US team? As in the quarterfinal, they will always find a way.
Just needing one player to step up. It's Miles Swanson playing this beautiful ball through. Gets on the other side of Rao. On the other shoulder. No chance for Berger. And perfectly paced for Smith to hit that first time. Berger all the way off her line. Caught. She never sets. And there it is. The breakthrough finally for the United States.
She may just have booked herself a gold medal game on her
Sophia
birthday.
Smith.
And we've seen in this game the inability by the United States to finish that final pass, and it's Swanson to Smith. Berger comes out way too far. And can the United States hold on? Still a lot of soccer left here.
Pretty early in extra time. Remember, 2 15-minute periods. Swanson. Yes, he scored 11 goals at this Olympic football tournament, and 10 of them involved one of the constituent parts of the Trident.
What's wrong? It's going to be interesting. What's the tact that Hayes and this team take? You don't want to go into a defensive stance clearly too soon, and clearly they're not doing that. You're seeing the U.S. with those front two still in that 4-4-2. Japan on that right foot, likes to cut it, coming back to her left. But the great news for the United States right now is the 3 players that have the most energy in this game are that Trident. And Smith, Swanson, and Rodman. Can they now dictate the tempo of this game? Don't go too defensive of a shell.
Taking her time over the corner. Fox, and there's Burma across. Burma doesn't so much run as glide.
For sure drives and Fox coming across, making sure she can't get around the corner, but just doing doubly sure is Burma. You see Emma just wheeling it along.
Just hang in there, the message from Emma Hayes to her right back Emily Fox.
John, you know what I just noticed? That goal by Sophia Smith is her third goal. So
all three members of the Trident have scored three goals. Of course.
I mean, how good is that? So that's 3 and 3 for the Trident. 9 out of 10 goals. Sorry. 9 out of 11.
Actually scored 10 out of 11 in Golden.
Right. 9 out of 11 they scored. 10 out of 11 in Golden.
Free and easy.
Both grabbing.
Swanson. Rodman. And she'll blast one.
You sense, and this is Rodman earlier, just now, hitting that one over the crossbar, but you sense Swanson has a lot more to give here. Trying to break through 3-4 players. And for U.S. soccer fans or fans who haven't followed the U.S. team as much, Swanson back from a year-long injury, torn patellar tendon. So to see her flying just back in April of this year is so fun for a lot of U.S. fans who've watched her slog through the 3 surgeries, the infection, missed the World Cup. What a lift. Now Swanson is given.
The narrative from here on in. Nice one. It's a good ball. And it's put Sophia Smith in the clear, looking for 2, and denied by the outstretched leg of Berger. Just about have done the job. Gets a touch.
This is Sophia Smith on the other side. Good save by dagger that would have been if she had gotten that one in. Germany still hopeful.
Deal with this. Surprising that Gavin isn't taking the corners. He's been so successful with them. Good. No, he probably could have caught. Rather awkwardly for once. Clearing. Nicely for the United States goal kick.
I suspect as this first period of extra time runs out, Emma will talk about that balance of when the game can open up and when not. Don't want to get caught in a transitional game in this second part of extra time.
There's just a very gentle warning about time wasting from the referee. Open to them if they wish. That dragged the player to make way. And soon straight into the action. And a painful coming together. Emily Swanson taking a while to get back to her feet. In this calendar year. Canada in the quarter-final here, and by Iceland in the Euro qualified, just ahead of the Olympic tournament. Nusken. Harrigan. Gavin. And safe hands by Nea. We'll cling on for a few seconds if she can.
Well done by Alyssa Nair to come for this, and most importantly, hold on to this. But a bit too easy for Germany getting through that midfield. And again, it's Denise Reddy, who coached with Emma Hayes for 4 years at Chelsea. Denise played at Rutgers, American soccer coach who has been by Emma's side for the last 4 years.
Germany appear to have switched to a back three with that substitution.
Yeah, you look like Schultz has gone to the left side of that center back three with Dorson coming in and Hendrick is the other third center back. That means those wing backs of Van have a little more freedom to get forward.
Yellow card for Eula Brandt. Shafts of late evening sunlight making their way through the corners of the stands here. Swanson. Hendrick. Over the end of the line for Horst Trubesch. Germany Kluge down here, yes, there would be a consolation of a bronze playoff here on Friday, but after that it's retirement. Freigang. Albert making an important challenge. Hendrick. Coffee.
Becomes so clear of the United States keeping the ball a little bit more.
And they do need an outlet, and that outlet at the moment is Lynn Williams.
And there's a perfect situation where you just got to fight to hold on to that ball. Because now you're in a transition moment again, defending, chasing.
And Smith has done well. She was being tugged back for a second. Support. Our ambition is not to go for goal, but to run down the clock as far as possible. Trying to get a corner in this situation. It'd be manna from heaven for the US. For the German throw. And Christy Kluge is going to be added to the US mix. In place Swanson. Unambiguous move to stiffen up with this defensive side of things.
Yeah, they're going to fight back now with Kluge coming in on that back line. Again, the fresh legs of Casey Kluge alongside Emily Sonnet and Naomi Girma. Proved to be vital in these final 10. Time
for the second time in the span of 3 days for both these teams. 11th time that the US has been forced into the extra half hour at the Olympic Games. Sophia Smith's goal. And if they can see this through for another 9 minutes plus a portion of added time beyond that, they will be in the Olympic final and facing either Brazil or Spain, who are yet to meet. They kick off at 3 Eastern in Marseille. You can see that game if you want to know who the US's potential opponents are. Should the US win here, that is going to be on the E network. Reminder, bronze medal game Friday 9 AM Eastern, gold medal match Saturday 11 AM Eastern. Kruger and Coffey. Williams makes it hers. He's a little too ambitious in trying to launch Timothy Rodman. To making the final, quite apart from the glory that awaits, potential gold medalist that you get an extra day's recovery. They're being required to play yet again. Sonnet. Back to run, and it's obliged.
And this is going to be a harrowing 8 minutes, you get that sense. As Germany having some success getting forward, getting on the end of balls. And the U.S. drops into a deeper and deeper defensive stance. Can they manage to hold on to this ball? Seeing the 5-4-1 the United States has gone to.
Julia Gwynn. Off nice runner. German corner.
Again, exactly the situation Germany wants to play for. We'll see if they line up next in there. Looks like they're all going to the far post again. Off your line of vision. U.S. deciding to go with a semi-zonal system. Some man-to-man, player-to-player, some zoning in the box. And it's everything that happens as they stack like that. There's picks, there's blocking.
There's chaos. Chaos favours Germany in a set-piece situation. Within. Scary moment, but safely clutched.
Really fortunate for the United States because Germany gets on the end of this. I think it's Brand who tries in that position, that player in front of the goalie. All you want to do is redirect it, get something on it. Unable to do that, Yuri Brand.
The referee is obliged to stop play, and they'll restart with a drop ball which will favour Germany. Within. Pocket picked by Sophia Smith. Deft escape from the play, must be feeling tired.
That is a beautiful escape. I mean, and of course it can shift the defense out of your box. Emma applauding that one. Also gets the throw in. And the other danger of dropping too deep and giving Germany the room to launch those balls in is that second ball in the box. Can cause so many problems. Handballs, fouls. Germany playing for that penalty kick in that set piece.
More important work from Smith, who took a kick for her troubles. As the daylight begins to fade in Lyon, and the mosquitoes begin to get about their mischief. Solano. Sense. Yannick did just touch the referee, but Germany still in possession, weren't hindered by it, so we play on and Germany clears. Sense. Rodman intervening.
And you look at these final 4 minutes and how much Germany misses a player like Schuler, a player like Pop. A player like Lena Oberdorf. 3 huge, massive players and key players for this German squad. Oberdorf with the ACL, and there's the handball on Brand, which relieves the United States. Oberdorf out with an ACL in the final send-off match. Pop out with sickness. Alexander Pop, 4-time World Cup veteran, an Olympic gold medalist in 2016. The only one on this team, and their captain, of course. And then Leah Schuler, who's their leading goal scorer. I mean, 3 huge players this German squad could have used today.
More recent casualties, they were aware a while ago they'd be without Sarah Dibritz, the great favourite here at Lyon. Hendrick. Wilson. 2.5 minutes. That's a chunk of additional time beyond that. Solano. Minga. Referee's going to give a free kick for that. She took her time, Bushra Kabuli. She was very well placed to adjudicate.
And here is another look at that with Brand coming forward, gets clipped by Sophia Smith. I think that's that's a good call. Dangerous spot as we see for the United States.
We've got the left-footed option of Clara Buell or the rocket right foot of Julia Gavin. And the US has every reason to be nervous at this point. Penultimate minute of extra time in Lyon. And it's Buell, and it will be Buell again. And this time it's a free header, and Neuer makes the save with a star jump, and Germany can scarcely believe that they didn't conjure an equaliser there. Alyssa Neuer, almost as important as Smith's goal. And now Smith trying to seal it, and Smith charges through, the goal at her mercy, and Berger is up to the task, and Germany still live in this tournament.
Oh my word. And here's the other side of that Neuer save. Smith doing so well, getting around two players. Maybe has a chance to pull it there, waits a little bit longer, goes a little bit wider, and give Berger credit. Coming across. And here it is on the other side. Neuer getting it with her foot. Unorthodox as that is. Oh my goodness. The reaction, and there's Hrubisch. Cannot believe that Neuer was able to just get a toe on that one.
Two terrific pieces of goalkeeping at either end of the field within the space of a few seconds. And we're into 1 extra minute in extra time.
You look at the margins, John, it is just so small. And again, the United States knows. Gotta hold this in this corner for this final minute.
Battling for it and winning it, and here's Smith, and now it's Williams, and the corner flag represents sanctuary. Rodman, US ball, they're nearly there, and the referee is looking at her watch. The USA
Yes, the final.
Transformed under Emma Hayes. And while Sophia Smith will take some of the plaudits, Alyssa Neuer, for a remarkable late save, deserves just as many.
And you can see it in these players' faces. There is something to this team that has been brought in this Emma Hayes era. There's a belief, there's no expectations, there's no restrictions. This team feels free, they're playing with joy, and they know that someone is always going to step up. And here they are in that gold medal match.
Their first Olympic final since London 2012. In dramatic circumstances, they will play either Brazil or Spain at Parc des Princes on Saturday. Smith the scorer, Neuer the